Rodri is the best player in the world, and I'm not just saying this just because he just won the Euros and he was named the best player of the tournament. I'm saying this because I genuinely believe he is the best footballer in the world. Not Mbappe, not Vinny, but Rodrigo Hernandez Castante. And in my humble opinion, I think he has been for the last 3 years. And I have seen the stat going around in the last week, which basically says that Rodrigo has doubled the amount of trophies in the last 18 months than games lost. He won 8 trophies and only lost 4 games. That is simply outrageous. But it seems as though the football world is still sleeping on Rodri. But why is that? Well, today we look into that.
We're not here just to take part, we're here to take over.
The Balon d'Or is the most prestigious award in football. If you win it, it means that you are the best player in the world. And if you were anything like me as a kid, it was the one thing that was in my mind every day, to one day win the Balon d'Or. And well, that hasn't panned out great because I'm here making this video.
Well, to make a long story short, I'm basically a big loser.
But the point I'm trying to make is that winning the Balon d'Or signifies that you are football royalty, and through your efforts of a long draining season, you have emerged as the best player in the world. Well, at least that's what it used to be, because quite frankly, that's not the case anymore. The Balon d'Or is now more of a popularity contest more than anything, because tell me why the fuck Messi has a 5% chance at winning the Balon d'Or. I get it, bro, the guy is the GOAT, but come on, he went to a retirement league to make his money and enjoy the Miami Beach. And this is not his fault, because the guy stopped caring about the Balon d'Or ages ago, and it's these voters that are shoving him down our throats every year. And it's not even just Messi. Jude Bellingham, who I'm not gonna lie had a good beginning of the season where it seemed like the guy was scoring a goal every single game for Madrid from midfield, but the second half of the season the guy was basically non-existent and ghosted in the Champions League knockout, and especially the final. And in the Euros it was more of the same. While he did score a little cute bicycle kick in the round of 16, for the rest of the tournament he was mid, to say the least. And his club teammate Vinny isn't much better, because he shouldn't be getting Balon d'Or shouts either. I'm gonna put my hand up and be the first one to admit, before the Copa America and Euro started, he was the favorite to win the award. But 2024 is an international year, and I can't look past his Copa America campaign. The guy cost his team by getting suspended for 2 dumb yellow cards, which ultimately led his team getting knocked out by Uruguay. But now that I have gotten all the hating out of the way, let me go ahead and give the case for why Rodri should be winning the Balon d'Or. Rodri, in my opinion, achieved way more in the 22-23 season than he did in this season. He won the treble while scoring in the Champions League final and getting the Champions League Player of the Tournament award. The guy was out of this world, and while I do think that achievement wise he was better in the 22-23 season, I think in terms of being a player, Rodri is a much better player now. With Gundogan leaving the club last summer, Rodri was forced to pick up a bigger role in Man City's midfield. He was already a good destroyer and passer of the ball, but with the departure of Gundogan, he's had to pick up a bigger responsibility in the attacking third of the field. Now he has to pitch in with goals and assists, which Gundogan was amazing at. So essentially, for the 23-24 season, Rodri was doing the job of 2 men, his own and the one of Gundogan. And other City players who missed a large part of the season were KDB and Erling Haaland, City's 2 biggest names. And with them being out injured, it meant that Phil Foden played a bigger role, where he got 19 goals and 8 assists in the league. And ultimately, he won Player of the Season. And get this, Rodri didn't even get nominated for Player of the Season, because who was the one enabling Foden to do what he did? It was Rodri. And while Rodri might not be the biggest name and his personality might not show all the time, I mean, the guy doesn't even have any social media, but his influence on the pitch cannot be denied. And the proof is in the pudding, because last season City lost 3 games in the league, and hear this, Rodri did not play in any of them. And you really want to tell me that he doesn't even get a nomination, let alone winning the Player of the Season? And I haven't even mentioned how clutch he is. The goal against Villa at the last day of the season in 2022, the left-footed banger against Bayern Munich, and of course the Champions League final goal versus Inter. And all this as a defensive midfielder. The guy is an absolute tank of a midfielder. I know in this video it might seem like I'm glazing the guy too much, but it's just simply the truth. I know people are gonna have a problem with the defensive midfielder maybe winning the award, but the guy deserves it and you can't take that away from him. And yeah, this all just goes to show how disrespected Rodri is, and that the Balon d'Or is kind of losing its credibility because it's becoming more of a popularity contest more than anything. But yeah, let me know down in the comments your thoughts on Rodri, and should he be the one to win the 2024 Balon d'Or. And with that being said, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, because best believe we are here to take over.